Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to recommend Top 10 Reincarnated Manhwa. Maybe some other people already know it, but for those people who don't have any idea yet, watch this video till the end. The first is Return from the World of Immortal. He had an accident and a part of his soul reincarnated in the immortal world, where he became the strongest cultivator. The single strand of Tangshu injured soul had traveled to the immortal world and entered the body of a wealthy grandson of immortal world, where his father Vermilion Bird Holisake manager. There, he lived a life of 10,000 years, all full of excitement. He lived a life of a dreamlike in 10,000 years. When he was crossing the heavenly tribulation, his girlfriend and his two best friends betrayed him and killed him for the mysterious old book called the Heavenly Art of Cosmic Genesis that came from the ancient god demon. But Tangshu did not give it to them because the technique could not be cultivated. Tangshu discovered with amazement that 10,000 years passed in the immortal world, yet only a single year passed on earth.
The rebirth of the demon god. The demon leader Di Shitian was betrayed by his most trusted friend and perished under the combined attack of the five sects. When the world thought they had vanquished the demons, Shitian is reborn as a student Mufan. Without his powers and abilities, and under the attack of the five sects, Di Shitian starts his journey of revenge. Wuling, martial spirit sword master. The sword is the victim of a betrayal. The love of his life killed him on their wedding night. However, the will of the heaven is unpredictable. Instead of following his body and death, he finds himself reincarnated in the human world. Let's look at Mu Yuan, who bears the deep hatred of the blood and his thirst for revenge. Now he is preparing to return to the spirit domain, even it means killing its path. Rebirth of abandoned young master. 300 years ago, abandoned young master Zhu were thrown into the sea, but fortunately, the master Zunjun passed through the earth, taking him away from the earth and started his route to cultivation, sweeping the universe. 300 years later, Zhu felt his breakthrough and returned to the past. He was happy to face his cold-blooded wife, who he let down during his first life. Xinwu Tianzun. He was once the supreme god of a physics, standing tall above others. However, he was betrayed by those whom he thought of his most trustworthy friends. They had schemed against him in an attempt to kill him, which was almost successful. Fortunately, a fraction of his soul had managed to escape into the body of a serious injured child, giving him another chance at life, and start his journey of revenge. Magic Emperor. Zhu Yifan was a magic emperor, or could be called a demon emperor, because he had an ancient emperor book called the Book of the Nine Secrets. He was targeted by all the experts and he was even betrayed and killed by his students. Then his soul enters and comes back to life in a family servant boy named Zufan. Because some demonic magic is holding him back, he must unite the child's memories and cannot ignore the family and the mistress he served. How can he lead this descending family back to the pinnacle of the continent? Orban very keen. By Li Yunxiao, with a spiritual life in the continent Gyuxiao, after his death he was resurrected. However, he returned 300 years ago, returned to the urban adolescence, changed his life and climbed to the top of the world again, whether in heaven and earth, only he can win.
Next is the strongest abandoned son. Yimu transmigrated into the modern Earth where he met with a fortuitous encounter, changing his destiny and inducing him in moving to the peak of cultivation. His personality is ruthless to his enemy while loving and calm to his allies, family, and friend. Yimu was a disciple of a magic herb sect in East Black state of Luyi continent while making the energy returning pill with his master Luying. Yimu was fighting alone versus Western Flu sect elder. Then, those from the Western Flu sect attacked and there were all sorts of explosions and battles. After that, his master carried him away and used an escape paper charm. When Yimu suddenly woke up, he realized that everything around him seemed to have changed. He has been transmigrated into the modern Earth where spiritual energy is scarce. His master Lu Ying, Lu Susu, was nowhere to be seen. Most importantly, he found himself in the body of a young man who also named Yimu. Next is the strongest anti-meta or ultimate scheming system. Shuki is the main character in the ultimate scheming system novel. He was from modern Earth who died in accident. Afterward, Shuki woke up to find out that he isn't dead but has transmigrated into a dead body with the same name, Shuki, whose cultivation essence and spiritual essence has been stolen away. After transmigrated, Shuki found out that he has the ultimate scheming system. Not only did the system repair his broken fire spiritual roots, it also gave him all other elements, such as metal, fire, water, wood, and earth. Each and every single element was granted to him. In fact, all of these elements were upgraded to the highest celestial level.
Jinfan was the immortal sovereign of Baekchuan, also called Jin Baekchuan. He was the direct disciple of the immortal master of Apex martial arts, the immortal of Conquin. Jinfan was taken away from the earth at the age of 30 and embarked the road of immortal cultivation. With great aptitude, he reached the retribution enduring stage after only 500 years of cultivation. He was known as a peerless genius who most likely to successfully detach from the universe and ascend to the celestial realm. Jinfan combated with all the tribes of the universe and won every battle. He was thus honored as immortal sovereign of Baekchuan. Unfortunately, Jinfan failed during the divine retribution. It was because he had cultivated too fast to establish a solid foundation, and his Dao heart could not take it. Jinfan had given up everything for the past 500 years, leaving behind countless regrets. All these regrets burst out when the tribulation of the inner demon came, leaving Jinfan nowhere to hide. And now he has returned to being a teenager on Earth, where he has to start his cultivation all over again. But this time, he will take his time making sure that his cultivation is stronger than his previous life, and with a stable foundation.